today, Ray. Presonus 2017 NAMM, brand new mixer, right?
That's right, we have a brand new mixer. This is the new Studio Live Series 3 mixer. So this mixer has been a decade in the making, all the way back from the original Studio Live when we broke new ground and invented a new market with the most affordable digital mixer. We continue to add to it from there with remote capabilities, with our remote software for remote mixing on iPad. We also had our QMix software, and then all the integration with our Studio One apps and Capture apps. And all of that has led up into this brand new Series 3 mixer that's a brand new platform. This is completely rebuilt from the ground up, all new DSP, all new processing. The first thing you're going to notice on this mixer is that we have motorized faders. So now, as you navigate your mix and your layers, your faders are going to follow with you. But they're not just motorized, they're touch-sensitive motorized faders. That means your fader is never going to fight you because the mixer knows you're touching it. It's also going to give you an advantage when you're doing DAW control. Now you can do touch-sensitive automation, touch automation with the touch-sensitive faders. So what we've done with our 32-channel mixer is we've stayed true to what 32-channel mixers do with Studio Live and had a one-to-one channel layout. So with a 32-channel mixer, you get 32 faders. So as long as I'm on my input layer here, I'm getting channels 1 to 32 across the mix. Now I can also do that split, a split workflow. On my 8 faders on the right-hand side, I can navigate those differently. I can pull up my aux inputs here, which gives me my effects returns, aux input tape, and talkback. I can go to my mix masters. So I've got mixes 1 through 8, there's 9 through 16, 4 fixed subgroups, and my 4 internal effects buses. I can bring up DCAs over here, and pressing select will spill those DCAs out on the left-hand side. Of course, when I've got this on a separate layer, I'll still have 1 to 24 on the first layer. Paging over, I can easily get to 25 to 32, as well as my aux inputs. But then, at any time, if something's going on, I might be on a different layer, might be deep into a DCA, and then there's some feedback, or somebody's about to walk up on stage. I don't want to have to deal with layers. I can hit one button, this inputs button, and that's going to take me all the way back to channels 1 to 32 again for whatever mix that you're on. So quick and easy way to get back to home with channels 1 to 32. So moving up from the faders, we'll see we have an all-new fat channel. So not only is it all new processing from the ground up in terms of the DSP and the processing in it, it's also an all new fat channel designed physically. We have 8 scribble strips with 8 encoders and 8 RGB buttons, and those are going to work along with the 7-inch touchscreen to provide information about your currently selected channel. So what you're going to get is on your input layer, you've got your preamp, high pass filter pan, as well as some other controls. And on the display, you're going to get an overview of whatever your selected channel is. Then I can dig in by touching the screen, and now all of my encoders change to controls for my gate. I can also just go through my layers here and click compressor, and it's my compressor controls, EQ, aux sends, and again, it's all going to map up here and then show you as well on the screen. Another great thing we have, since this is all new processing from the ground up, we have all new fat channels. So in our fat channel, on our compressor and EQ, you now have the option to load vintage models of different EQs and compressors on the inputs. So on my compressor, you'll see I have a standard compressor, but I can update that and go with a 2 compressor. I can also go with a FET compressor.
So that's down to having more DSP, you can do more stuff like that, right?
That's right. So all new DSP, and we've built in enough headroom in the DSP to be able to do this kind of processing on every channel. Every single input has this available on it, all simultaneously. And we've also got enough DSP in it to leave us some room to add more things and grow the platform over time.
And you've got scribble scripts per channel as well.
That's right, scribble scripts per channel. And we also have a 3-segment input meter per channel.
So say if I've got some fairly comprehensive mixes already set up in my Studio Live world and I want to upgrade to this desk, is there a kind of compatibility mix or patch compatibility going up to bring shows into the new desk?
There's not really a way to bring shows into the new desk. Some things are compatible, like some of your presets for your fat channel will be compatible. You gotta have to do a transfer process. We don't have really an easy way to transfer straight over. Again, because this is a new mixer and a new platform, you really want to be starting some of those mixes from scratch because the sounds are going to be a little bit different. Some of the tonality is going to be a little bit different. And you're going to make sure that you've got good gain structure for the recallable preamps, as well as the new fat channel processing.
What about audio interfacing? Because the originals had Firewire. What are the options, the I/O options for these guys?
We have a few different options for doing I/O as well as recording. The most exciting is we have a built-in SD card recorder. So you can do 34 by 34 tracks of recording direct to SD card. Now this is going to be completely uncompressed broadcast wave files. So that's all 32 of your inputs plus your main left-right mix direct to SD card. With a 32 gigabyte SD card, you're going to get about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes of recording to 48K. And those you can bring in, you can open that up in Studio One, it saves your mix with it, you'll bring your whole mix up, you can do virtual sound checks with that, all without a computer. You can also open it up because they're broadcast wave files, fully timestamped. Those will come into any DAW that you have, Pro Tools, Logic, Nuendo, bring those in. Now in addition to the SD card, you can also hook up a computer if you want to record with a computer. We have a USB built in, and the USB you'll be able to do 40 by 40 over USB. And we also have AVB networking. AVB will give you 56 by 56.
Sweet, so you can plug that into a new generation Macs and just via a network switch and off you go, right?
That's right, all set. So all the new Macs are compatible with it. Apple supports it directly within Core Audio. There are some third-party options for PC. We'll be publishing a list of all interoperable AVB gear when the mixer ships next month. But you will work with Mac computers. And here at the show, we're previewing some other cool stuff that we're doing with the AVB. We actually have a Mo2 interface. So this Mo2 Stage B16 is running as our input and output. We're running that over the Ethernet cable directly into the mixer. And then we also have this brand new from Waves. This is an AVB to SoundGrid bridge. So this is going to convert our AVB audio networking from the mixer into SoundGrid to be compatible with all of the Waves SoundGrid products. So we're running a Waves SoundGrid server today, the DigiGrid iOS server, and that's running insert plugins on our inputs as well as our main mix here in the Waves SoundGrid.
Wow, that's impressive. I mean, this sounds like there's going to be a cost to it, right? What sort of price point are these guys going to be at?
Our street price in the US for the 32-channel mixer is $29.99, so just under $3,000. We also announced the 16-channel version here at the show. It's a smaller frame, but it's still the full 32-channel mixer under the hood. So if you're adding a stage box, you can get all 32 channels, and that 16-channel version will be $19.99.
Right, okay. And presumably, is there I/O on the back of the mixer as well? I mean, you've got all the analog inputs and outputs.
That's right, yeah. All 32 of your inputs, as well as your talkback input, all mic. Your last 16 are mic line. All of your 16 flex mixes. Your flex mixes can be an aux mix, subgroup, or a matrix. All 16 of those are right on the back, plus your 4 fixed subgroups. So all 20 mix buses with outputs right on the back, plus your main mix, auxiliary inputs. You even have Bluetooth, so you can bring your phone in Bluetooth for the tape input. So all of that audio, all built into the mixer. You can add remote stage boxes and things like that. We do have remote AVB stage boxes and remote AVB personal monitor mixers coming later in 2017.
Wow. Thank you very much, Ray.
You're welcome.